that one. Franks hit the score for the 36ers. So they might want to try and get their MVP candidate involved. This is another foul off the ball. White 22, block. That'll be against Hiram Harris. And they'll go to the free throw line, the Sydney Kings. A big, strong boy, Isaac Gatorna. And a really talented player. Really talented. Has played really well at the NBL 1 level. Didn't get huge opportunities prior to now at this level. But the Kings were excited about picking him up over the off-season. Adds some talent to the depth of their roster. And here he is getting some first half minutes in a really big game. On that ball, now Dench tick down to the final 2.5 minutes of this first quarter. Dench gets some extended minutes without trimming tonight. McCarran. Here is Harris, finds Dench in the corner. It's going to be an offensive foul. Just raised the elbow. Doesn't like the call. Take a look at the replay. What did you make of it, Liam? Well, it was a travel to begin with. The elbow certainly came up, a little contact. Walt Jr. sold it through the whistle.
Yeah, a little unlucky on that one, I thought. Getting to the rim. It wasn't like he was intentionally throwing the elbow out there. Not to say that would make any difference, but still.
Here is Cooks again getting to the foul line.
That's the matchup we were intrigued to see today. Cooks so dangerous in those situations. Off those elbow catches, can face up, and he puts it to the deck and steps across. Puts the onus on the officials, on the defense, and gets to the free throw line.
It's a great matchup, wasn't it, last week? Keanu Pinder and Xavier Cooks, and now he's going with Robert Franks.
Well, the Kings are a little upset in that Cairns game about the amount that they were able to get to the free throw line, and thought that there might have been a bit of a discrepancy in the way the game was officiated with Cairns. And you see the way the Sydney Kings have played, they do put a lot of pressure on the officials. They've loved to get to the rim. Oh my goodness, barely hit the rim. That's one of those little, that's where you know it's in their head. The first one looked good tempo with the shot, nice little follow through. The second one, the whole thing slows down and barely hits the rim. It's as he goes up, it's just the tempo of the shot, trying to guide it in rather than shoot it in. And as you see, come up well short. This has been a fantastic defensive effort by the Sydney Kings to hold the Adelaide 36ers to 12. We have seen some complete and utter breakdowns on the offensive end, but overall, defensive end, but overall, Sydney have been packing that paint and making life pretty tough for the Adelaide 36ers.
Here goes Franks. His first real crack at it this game. Can't get it to fall. Harris now. Adelaide gives it off to Sotto. Good defense there from Hunter, and then a good little putback.
Stuck with the play. Kai Sotto, really good attack from Hiram Harris. Gave him a punch off the bench on Friday night. He created that one for Sotto.
Sotto failed to score. Down the other night.
He played 7 minutes, and it wasn't one of the best 7 minutes of his career. It wasn't good, and that's when you see a situation like this. Here he is. Now, this is his problem. Is how does he keep those more nimble 4s and 5s in front? He can use his length, and he's not a bad shot blocker when he's beating people at the rim, but when he's got to guard him and slide his feet, that's when he gets in all sorts of problems. So that's an area of his game that he needs to work on, because teams are picking on him. Now, the thing about him, if he is guarding Cooks, he's got 5 fouls to give. So if they happy for him to use them and see if Cooks can find his rhythm from the free throw line.
He's 2 of 5 at the moment, making 2 of 6. Xavier Cooks from the free throw line in his first turn.
The other part of that conversation, Drew, is that's a bit of a problem for the Adelaide 36ers as a whole. Their front court defense, Daniel Johnson, Robert Franks, Kai Sotto, do they have the ability to handle guys like Xavier Cooks and the impact, the pressure he's going to put on your defense? We know from the perimeter with
Karen and Detch and Antonius Cleveland, they're loaded with defensive-minded players. Can they defend at a high level with their big bodies?
Again, an easy dunk for Hunter. His first points of the night.
The right place at the right time. Able to pick up the little fumble.
Here's Sotto to try and show his range. Kings with the ball, so scrappy start offensively for the 36ers.
I think the thing is they've had no tempo in their offense. There you see the finish from Hunter as he cleans up the mess underneath. But Adelaide, they want to get up and down the floor. They want to force you into turnovers, get out in transition, wheel and deal a little bit. But the Sydney Kings have been able to keep them into a half-court team in this first quarter, and they only got 14 on the board.
They're just talking about putting the clock back to 49 seconds. The clock kept running with that ball out of bounds.
There's Cal Bruton, father of CJ Bruton, one of the all-time legends of Australian basketball.
Travels to every game. Basically, he's at every game, isn't he?
He's getting a lot around the country.
He's nearly there.
He gets everywhere, and he's representing the Indigenous jersey.
Of course, this season, with thanks to Latrobe Financial, we're giving away the guaranteed $50,000. You know how to play. Enter now, nbl.com.au/legends for your chance to win. Inside the final 30 seconds. Again, Cook's not going to be aggressive. Killing him.
Absolutely tearing them to shreds off those elbow catches.
Johnson had a couple of looks at it early in that quarter. Couldn't get the drop, but he does that time. They needed that one, the 36ers. 9 points for him. Good start. The Kings will have the final possession. I'll give it to their superstar.
Gary. Just lost it on the spin dribble. And they get called for the carry. Enough time here. You think that maybe you catch one dribble to get a shot off for the Adelaide 36ers.
Silovic comes to the bench. Just the 2 points for him. Yet to attempt a 3-point shot.
That's where you try to get the ball into Daniel Johnson's hands. So crafty at drawing a foul.
It'll be Detch. And he's going to draw the foul. So that's sloppy by the Kings.
They've only got 2 team fouls, so it's not a shooting foul. They'll be taking that on the side.
Well, they're actually going to check if the foul was actually committed when there was time on the clock. Oh no, they said it was. Called the foul.
It was on the dribble. They look like may have picked up possession. They're going to call it sideline ball. So there'll be 1 second left on the clock. The 36ers to come up with something.
Okay, Des Johnson, guarded by Jalen Galloway, has a little height advantage. Ability to get him in the block and a catch. He can create a good look.
Let's see what they're going to go with. It'll be Detch. It's enough time to have a good look at it. Just couldn't finish. It was a good